From Dave Chappelle humbling woke ladies' fragile ego.
It's not blood, that's beet juice.
To humiliating alphabet people so hard they reached their graves.
You are never, ever allowed to upset the alphabet people.
Here are the most savage moments of him destroying woke people and sending them off to another planet.
First of all, we don't know if these allegations are true, and not even if they are true. If you want to know how I feel about it honestly, if a man cannot on his fans, I don't want to be in show business anymore because, well, that's why I got in the game, baby. I got dreams too.
Finally, we're in the deep end now. This is Dave dragging society down to the basement, so hold on.
You guys are confusing the issue. While you guys are busy worrying about if R. Kelly even peed on this girl or not, you're not asking yourself the real question that America needs to decide once and for all. And that question is, how old is 15 really? That's a good question.
He's not defending monsters, y'all. He's pulling a mirror out of his back pocket and saying, you gonna yell at me or look at yourself?
Getting pissed on was the least of my worries at 15. Trust me. There's a lot of confusion around that age. Anytime 15 comes up, people freak out. Like when that girl, Elizabeth Smart, got kidnapped. Remember in Utah last year, 15-year-old girl Elizabeth Smart was kidnapped, and then they finally found her and the whole country was relieved.
You can't cancel this kind of honesty because it comes with receipts from real life. I swear.
Then I was the only one saying she wasn't that smart after all. Not because she got kidnapped, that could happen to anybody. I'm not knocking her for that. I'm just saying, if you kidnapped me when I was 15, you gotta take me further than 8 miles away from my house, man. God, can't hold me prisoner around I recognize. I'll break away. I'll break away.
Man spit facts, no? Because if I was being kidnapped, I would definitely do that too, for real.
And while she was missing, during this half a year that this girl is missing, there's a 7-year-old black girl gets kidnapped in Philadelphia. Nobody knows her name. They might have talked about it 2 or 3 times on the news, but she should have been the top story because she chewed through the ropes and had both of these motherfuckers in jail in 45 minutes flat. 7 years old.
If you're offended, perfect. It means you heard it. But did you hear the one where Dave couldn't stop himself?
I am not saying that to say that trans women aren't women. I am just saying that those that they got, you know what I mean?
This is why woke culture melts around Chappelle.
I'm not saying it's not, but that's like beyond impossible. It tastes like, that's not quite what it is. It's not blood, that's beet juice.
And those two ladies, you could feel their vegan souls wilting, just like the audience of this next show he destroyed.
I am not bending to anybody's demands. And if you want to meet with me, I'd be more than willing to, but I have some conditions.
Chappelle cut the power here and made everyone sit in the dark with their feelings. Have you ever seen someone so calm it's actually threatening? That's Dave.
First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny.
To be honest, it's less about policies and more about pride. A pride that dives through the ceiling. And speaking of things that crash through uninvited, you really shouldn't have opened this next DM.
I don't know why or how everybody got this damn sensitive. You know who hates me the most? The transgender community. I mean, I didn't realize how bad it was. These motherfuckers, I was really mad about that last Netflix special.
Dave is not doing jokes anymore, and the woke crowd, they're in the front row blinking in Morse code, trying to summon HR like it's Hogwarts.
It's tough, man. I don't know what to do about it, because I like them, you know, just around. As a matter of fact, I think I make fun of everybody, and I mean, as a group of people, they have to admit, it's kind of hilarious, man. I'm sorry, bro. It's like, I've never seen somebody in such a hilarious predicament not have a sense of humor about it. They're born feeling like there's something other than they're born as, and that's kind of funny, you know?
Dave out here treating her like a Dollar Tree Wakandan spy. Bro said, you want to be black?
It's like that white black that's in the news all the time. Rachel Dolezal. She's a white woman, but then she dressed up like and shot her way up to the very top of blackness. And I always wanted to meet her just so I could understand. I just wanted to like have dinner with her so I could just look in her eyes, call her, and to her face. The fuck is that talking about? I identify black. That is trans talk, lady. Stop biting. There's a big difference between her and a trans.
And when he dropped Draymond Green as the new name, that's the level of subtle violence Dave's dealing in.
I believe transgenders. I don't understand them either, but I know they mean what they say. Them niggas cut they dick off. That's all the proof I need. I've never seen somebody just throw their dick away. Don't need it. I don't understand, but I believe you and I support your decision, mother. But how far is Rachel willing to go? What is Rachel willing to do so that we blacks can believe that she believes she's actually one of us?
But let's not skip over how he gets hate mail from a trans fan and still manages to make it about how likable he is.
Are you willing to put a lien on your house? Invest in a mixtape that probably won't work out? She didn't even change her name. Her name is Rachel. I can't believe in that name.
That's not confidence, my friends. That's sociopathic stand-up wizardry.
If you want my support, you're gonna have to change your name to the blackest I've ever heard. But you're gonna have to change your name to Draymond Green. I don't know a blacker name than that. That shit is black on paper. If you type Draymond Green into Airbnb, that will log off automatic. People get mad about everything I say. I was doing a show. I was in Portland, Oregon. And I was checked in a hotel under the name Charles Edward Cheese.
Dave Chappelle is the only guy who could slap you across the face and have you apologize for bleeding on his shoes.
A note, it was like a letter on my desk. It was addressed to Mr. Cheese. So obviously, I'm gonna assume that whoever wrote this letter must be an intimate friend of mine. This is not some kind of name that a person would just guess. But then I open the letter, and it turns out I don't know this person at all. It's a fan letter. You know, I'm not even used to the idea that I have fans, but I'm grateful for it. I don't read those letters. It'd be nice if I did, but realistically, it's like, what am I, Santa Claus, Nick? I don't have time for this. Like,
he's not cancel-proof. He's cancel-immune, because he already lives like a man who filed his taxes under the name Charles Edward Cheese.
Gosh, I want to do. I'm trying to chill. Read all these dreams and wishes from strangers, but I read it. Whoever wrote this letter truly loves me. And then they described to me what it was like to come to the show, how excited they were, how much fun they were having. And then they said that when I got to my jokes about transgenders, that they were, quote, devastated. Because it turns out that whoever wrote the letter was transgender.
By now, I've realized he knows what he's doing. He's playing with fire and using your morals as lighter fluid.
Now I'm gonna be real for a second. I never feel bad about anything I say up here.
And us? We're all just demons getting evicted, one controversial punchline at a time.
But it was the weirdest thing, like when I read this letter, this made me feel bad. I didn't feel bad about what I said, you understand? I felt bad that I made somebody else feel bad. To be honest, I don't even know what I said that upset that person. I have so many transgender jokes.
I guess this show is never going to end because Dave's got more savage things to say than I did to my ex.
I feel like it was probably this joke I'm about to tell you right now. And it's not even that bad of a joke. It's a true joke. I mean, it's not true, but I had read in the paper that Caitlyn Jenner was contemplating posing nude in an upcoming issue of Sports Illustrated. And I know it's not politically correct to say these things, so I just figured, I'll say it for everybody else. Yuck. Sometimes I just want to read some stats. I don't know why you're gonna cram some man in the middle of the sports page like this. I just didn't think that was the place for it. But I wasn't saying anything like Caitlyn Jenner's a bad person. I'm not mad at her for doing it. Not even mad at Sports Illustrated. If I'm mad at somebody, I'm probably just mad at myself. I know that I am not strong enough to not look at those pictures.
First off, locking phones before that story? Legendary.
When I read that letter, and the moments after I read it, I did something that many black men in America do not have the time or the money to do. I thought about how I felt.
The man just admitted he's scared of his own boner. That's deeper than Freud ever got.
But if I'm honest, my problem has never been with transgender people. I just feel like these things should not be discussed in front of the blacks.
What in the unholy loophole theology is this?
This awful suspicion that the only reason everybody is talking about transgenders is because white men want to do it. If it was just women that felt that way, or black dudes and Mexican dudes being like, hey y'all, we feel like girls inside, they'd be like, shut up, no one asks you how you felt.
Something about the chaos. It's addictive, right? Anyway, speaking of questionable decisions and public meltdowns.
I know it's f***ed up, but I tell you the truth. Everything's funny until it happens to you. A mere 3 months after that terrible attack that Chris Rock endured, I was on stage at the Hollywood Bowl, and a lunatic jumped out of the crowd and attacked me. Now, I gotta tell you, if it happens to you, you don't even know what the fuck is happening. It was like slow motion. I just looked over. I don't know this. And I was looking and said, oh my God, I'm being attacked. And this was ragged. He jumped at me. He was like, ah!
This was what happens when a sleep-deprived fever dream, a celebrity ego, and a blunt trauma to the knees all decide to have a group therapy session in front of 20,000 people.
I'm old, but I'm fast. I caught this mother his head with my hand and pulled his hoodie over his eyes. I can still feel his head in my hand. It was spongy. He had been growing dreadlocks. That bodyguards should not wear dress shoes to work. Travis came out slipping and sliding on some kind of beautiful loafer and fell flat on his back. I said, oh my God.
This whole scene was a celebrity Royal Rumble. Trust me, if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it right now.
For 3 months before that, I'd been making fun of Chris Rock. And people would ask me all the time. They'd say, Dave, what would you do if you were Chris Rock and Will Smith slapped you in the face? And to this day, the answer is the same. Well, I don't know what I would have done. I've never been in a situation that extreme. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, it was a trans man. It's LA, we like trans people, boo. I know, it felt so bad. But I know why I did it. It was like the biggest night that Hollywood had ever seen. And when that guy tackled me, he cleared the bleachers. I had to watch the tape afterwards to know this happened, but as soon as he tackled me, Jamie Foxx was the first that jumped out of the crowd. He was wearing a white cowboy hat like he knew this was gonna happen to him.
And as for Dave, he's still trying to process emotions. Because what if that person was from a woke community?
And then every celebrity just ran out because every celebrity saw themselves in me and they just started beating the out of that kid. And I know Chris was backstage looking like, nobody helped me.
The stage lights come back on, but not for a standing ovation. Nah, more like for a surprise TED Talk nobody asked for. And definitely not from Dave.
But I can't say the word. And she said, because, David, you are not gay. I said, well, Renee, I'm not a either.
First of all, Dave built a wall just to smash through it harder.
But you see, what I didn't realize at the time and what Kevin had to learn the hard way is we were breaking an unwritten and unspoken rule of show business. People be surprised. I have friends, all kinds of letters. Everybody loves me and I love everybody. I got friends who are L's, I got friends who are B's, and I got friends who are G's. But the T's hate my guts.
Have you ever seen a man say I love you all while simultaneously reverse suplexing a sacred cow into oncoming traffic? That's what he did.
And I don't blame them. It's not their fault, it's mine. I can't stop telling jokes about these niggas. I don't want to write these jokes, but I just can't stop. You know, you hear all those letters together all the time, LBGT, LBGT, and you think it's just one big movement. It's not. All those letters are their own movement. They just travel in the same car together.
Hollywood said, don't make jokes about this group. Dave said, that's crazy. I already did 5 more on the way here.
What is this, high school? This probably got a babysitter or something. Go and answer your phone, nigga. Just get that shit out of here. I'm in the middle of something important. Wouldn't it be funny if we made fun of him? He's like, and he went outside like, hello? Mama's dead. Oh no! Mama's dead!
And that phone joke, it wasn't funny because of what he said. It was funny because he knew he wasn't supposed to say it. And then he said it anyway.
That was a weird timed phone call, wasn't it? It's like his phone is gay.
That's how you roast people. Take notes from him. It's now or never. So, if you like this video, you'll love the one up next. Click here to watch.